Okay, guys. Decided to change my mind on the in-depth CD reviews. I'll only be reviewing certain albums and certain artists. I'll be bundling all of an artist's albums into one video and talking about that particular release, comparing it to the record, and I'm gonna kind of do that here in my jazz collection on CD. So let's get started. Here's Relaxin' with the Miles Davis Quintet, catalog number Prestige 7129. This particular edition on CD is a Analog Productions. As you can see, it's in mono, one disc, super audio CD, of course, originally recorded and released in 1958 by Prestige. But this is a great reissue, mastered by Kevin Gray at Coherent Audio. This guy does really good work. I've talked about him before. But here we have an LP style CD case, cardboard, high quality printing here. Has all the original text from the LP edition. I also own this LP put out in I think 2013 by Analog Productions. Listened to that last January and really enjoyed it. I mean, I've listened to the entire album all the way through on LP, not on CD yet, but this is definitely a great album to get. Very relaxing, great album to put on while I'm writing or playing a video game, particularly a racing game, or if I just want to have a few beers and smoke and immerse myself in the music. I can, and jazz is a great format to do that in. You can really picture yourself there in the studio as the band is playing. Another Prestige release, Miles Davis and his All-Stars, in the album Walkin'. Just said that like a movie announcer. But Walkin' is a great album. Title track is great. I just listened to this 20 minutes ago. This is the RBG remaster put out in 2016. There are other editions of this. There is an XR CD of this. It's the same with Relaxin'. Those are very, very expensive. Luckily, I was able to pick up one of those for a very reasonable price. But the others, maybe I'll look for them in the future, but right now the price is just way too high. Maybe I'll find a good, honest, non-greedy seller that will sell me a couple of these. But this is a great, sounds good. And I may just stick with the regular CD releases of Miles Davis, the ones that I own already. There's no reason to buy XR CDs. While those sound great, these sound just fine. But yeah, amazing album. You don't have John Coltrane on here though. I really like Miles Davis playing with John Coltrane because they really complement each other. There is the one XR CD I do own, put out by JVC, Bags Grooves. You got Sonny Rollins here, Milt Jackson, Thelonious Monk, Horace Silver, Percy Heath, and Kenny Clark. Prestige, catalog number 7109. Also have the LP of this, which that is the Analog Productions reissue. Battery's about to die. But here you have the title track, take 1 and 2. Great album, sounds fantastic on this XR CD format. The JVC uses the K2 process here. Super coating, which is also done with their XR CDs as well. I'm sorry, Super Audio CDs. But yeah, just great stuff here. Nice thick cardboard casing. Talks a little bit about the XR CD process, how they're made. Miles Davis, Sketches of Spain, arranged and conducted by Gil Evans and his orchestra. But this is a tri-fold out 2 CD edition with like rehearsal versions of songs and alternate takes. Here you have a nice color booklet that comes with it. That's an official Columbia release. Miles Davis kind of blew his most famous album. One I really enjoy, and this is his second album with Columbia, I believe. But this album is the best jazz album of all time, the most recognized jazz album too. Another 2 CD edition here. Disc 1, you get the entire album, regular album, plus alternate takes, studio sequences, false starts, some chatter between the producer and Miles and I guess a few other band members. Very cool stuff. 2 CD edition of Miles Davis, Roundabout Midnight, his first Columbia release, first ever one. But we get the full album here, plus live stuff with Thelonious Monk from 1955. What else do we get? The camera might die, so I'm going to have to split this into 2 parts. I apologize if it does. We also get, yeah, it's just the regular album and the live stuff, which is cool. Great album, though, very relaxing. I also have it on LP, and I've talked about that before. I haven't opened this, but I have heard it on an MP3. Cooking with the Miles Davis Quintet. Prestige catalog number 7092. This is the Rudy Van Gelder remaster, put out in 2007. Sure, it sounds fine. My Funny Valentine, that's a great song. And the rest I don't think I've heard, so definitely a worthy addition to the collection. Miles Davis Kind of Blue. This is a not CD label edition. You just get the regular album here. It's remastered, which it sounds fine. There's also some alternate, there's some extra songs here, some in French, Autumn Leaves, Love for Sale, something else, One for Daddy-O, and Dancing in the Dark. The extra CD is definitely worth owning, or buying rather, for this, and it's a little bit cheaper than the official release, and it sounds just fine though. Miles Davis, Someday My Prince Will Come. This is the sextet with Hank Mobley, White and Kelly, Paul Chambers, and Jim Cobb, and John Coltrane. Great lineup here. I just stopped listening to this album before I started shooting this video. Just one of his top 5, I would say, in my top 5 Miles Davis albums to listen to. Cool Struttin', Sonny Clark. I also have this on LP. 2 of the members of from the Miles Davis Quintet or Sextet, I believe, are on this CD. Great CD. I listened to it last night while I had a few beers. Just great stuff. Another Rudy Van Gelder remaster from 1999 or 1998. Sounds just fine to me. Some people say it sounds brittle or bad. I don't hear that at all. Johnny Griffin Sextet. Johnny Griffin, yes. Great CD, and there will be a part 2 of this. I'm sorry, guys. Listened to it once and really enjoyed it. Riverside release. This is a 1994 reissue. Thelonious Monk Quintet, Mysterioso. I have listened to this in MP3. I have not listened to the CD quite yet. I believe it's live, if I'm not mistaken. Classic Sinatra. Some of this is kind of jazz, kind of I guess. Louis Armstrong, the definitive collection. Sinatra, Nothing But the Best, and Other Greatest Hits from Sinatra. I bought this to complement the other greatest hits, since it had songs the other one didn't. Seth MacFarlane, Music is Better Than Words. This is really jazzy, very good. I have it on MP3 as well. Donald Byrd, Bird in Flight. Another Rudy Van Gelder reissue. Hank Mobley, Soul Station, great one. And The Essential Dino, another great collection. Well, guys, I didn't have to split this into 2 parts like I thought I would. That is my jazz CD collection as of now. We do have a few more on the list in terms of jazz to pick up on CD, and I will, and show those when I get a chance. So thank you for watching. If you have your own collection, go ahead and talk about it in the comments section, or lead me to your video. I'm always eager to see other people's collections, LPs, CDs, reel-to-reel tapes, cassettes, anything, you know, any format really, because it's all music. So yeah, thanks for watching, and subscribe if you like what I have to offer on this channel.